ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् महागणपतये नमः प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु वाग्देव्यै नमः। ॐ नमोऽहं पदार्थाय लोकानां सिद्धिहेतवे सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय शिवाय परमात्मने अचतुर्वत् पर्यङ्कग्रन्थिबन्धद्विगुणितभुजगाश्लेषसंवीतजानोः अन्तः प्राणावरोधव्युपरतसकलज्ञानरुद्धेन्द्रियस्य आत्मन्यात्मानमेव व्यपगतकरणं पश्यतस्तत्त्वदृष्ट्या शम्भोर्वः पातु शून्ये क्षणघटितलय ब्रह्मलग्नः समाधिः अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्म द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभालोचनः शम्भुर्भगवान् बादरायणः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. If people can on the camera, no, it will be better if it is possible. So I can see that who and all their expression and all. It's only if possible, please do on your video. Okay, so we have finished Rajasuya Rambha Parva. There it concludes with the story of Jarasandha's birth, then his extremely cruel plan of capturing the kings, various kings, Kshatriya kings, and giving them as an offering to Lord Shiva. This is mentioned there. There it is given Shadashitihi Samanita Shesha Rajams Chaturdasha Jarasandhena Rajanas Tatah Kruram Pravatsyate. Shadashitihi, 86 kings have already been captured by him. Only 14 kings are left for him to complete his some weird type ritual, which is Vedika only, because here next we see Krishna doing Khandana of his so-called ritual. So here we are, 86 kings are captured. Then Krishna suggests that let us go there, free them. Krishna's strategy is one, killing Jarasandha eliminates an enemy, a very strong enemy. Jarasandha by himself, like I told, he's a modern day China type thing, extremely powerful, a very torturous person. One is elimination of such an enemy. Second is 86 kings are there. If you free those 86 kings, all of them will come under Yudhishthira. They will accept his Rajasuya Yaga. So it is like they say, no, hitting bird with one stone, you hit the two birds. They'll tell like that, no? One arrow kills two sparrows. There's a saying in English, I think. So like that, you get rid of a very powerful enemy. Secondly, you get an advantage of having friendship with 86 kings. And we see they're all descendants of Pururava and Ikshvaku. So advantage for Yudhishthira himself. So after Krishna's advice, Yudhishthira, then he also accepts it. So Jarasandha Parva, it's the 20th Adhyāya. In the critical edition, it is 19th Adhyāya. Krishna, he first continues there. Patitau hamsa dimbhakau kamsascha saguno hatah jarasandhasya nidhane kaloyam samupagataha. Hamsa dimbhakau patitau. Hamsa and Dimbhaka. This I have told the story there only, that they are two powerful warriors. They had a boon that nobody could kill them, so they can only die by suicide. Both of them were killed, that is, they committed suicide during the battle of Krishna and Jarasandha. That details we have seen in the previous session itself. Kamsa also was a friend of Jarasandha, he is also dead. So now it is correct time for Jarasandha to die. His death has come now. नशक्यः असौरणे जेतुं सर्वैरपि सुरासुरैः बाहुयुद्धेन जेतव्यः स इत्युपलभामहे स हि इति उपलभामहे. That is how it goes. In a direct confrontation, we cannot win Jarasandha, because we have to remember that he has 3 Akshoniya Sena. Narayani Sena, Krishna Sena is strong, etc. Everything is there. But fighting three Akshohini, that is, we know his active troops. We again, there is division, active troops, then reserved troops. God knows how much reserved troops he has. Because if you look at like Hari Vamsha, Bhagavata and all, there it says he has 16 Akshohini. He alone had such a huge army, which is like more than the, which is almost equivalent to the army that gathered in Mahabharata battle. That is the standing troops. So such a huge army, it is impossible to defeat. So direct fight is not logical. Mayi nitir balam bhi. That is why he says how to kill him. Bahu yuddhena jetavya. In a duel, in the duel also it should be a physical duel. Mayi nitir balam bhime rakshita chavayor jayah. Magadham sadayishyamah ishtim traya ivagnayah. In me, niti jnana is there. Dharma jnana, niti jnana is present in me. Bhima, he has bala. That is why how you should convey is मयि नीतिः भीमे बलम आवयोः rakshita jayah. Like that, you have to make the meaning. Arjuna has the strength to protect both of us. Why he has told Arjuna has the strength is Divyastras play a major role. No matter how physically strong you have, from far, imagine you are a very strong country. Physically, your army is very strong, very good in using the gun, etc. But some person from 3,000, like imagine 300 miles or something, he's sitting, one button he'll press and your country is blasted. So no matter what strength you have, in front of Divya Astras, nothing. That is why Arjuna can protect both of us. Krishna is being a bit modest because Krishna doesn't need protection, but he is telling Arjuna has this strength. Why this shloka I am telling here is, by chance, if Jarasandha would have chosen Arjuna, could Arjuna have defeated him? Yes, is what we get from here. Because Avayoho Arjuna, sorry, Jayaha Rakshita. Jaya is the name of Arjuna that we have to keep in mind. Again, we get the 10 names of Arjuna in Viratapura. Jaya is one of his names because he was never defeated in any battle. That is why he is called as Jaya. That is why Arjuna has that strength. All these three could kill Jarasandha at any point of time. Just before Jarasandha's Vada happens, when selection is done, that time Krishna, he remembers the incident where Brahma Deva had made that vidhi that Jarasandha should die by Bhima. That is why Krishna could have killed him when he had attacked Mathura, but he doesn't kill him respecting Brahma's vidhana. Bhima, we know, easily overpowered Jarasandha. Arjuna also had the physical strength. If we go further and read the Kirata Parva, that is comes in Manaparva, where Shiva and Arjuna's battle is there, we get to know how strong Arjuna himself also was. If you have to make the Lord of Weapons and the Lord of Martial Arts happy with your skills and your strength, we see that he takes huge rocks and he throws it at Lord Shiva. He takes huge trees and mountain tips, he breaks it. So physically, Arjuna, we see, that is, if you believe in Alaukika and all, Arjuna also was very strong. That is why these three people had the strength. Here also see what Krishna's thinking is. He knows that Jarasandha will choose Bhima because Jarasandha has that Abhimana. Tribhirasaditah asmabihi vijane cha naradhipah. And previous to this, Ishtim Traya Ivagnayah. We three are like the three Agnis in the Ishti. Ishti is Yaga, synonym. There is Ahavaniya, Dakshinagni or Dakshinagni, depending on which part of India you pronounce it as. Northern people will say Dakshinagni, southern Dakshinagni also is there. Then Garhapatya. These three Agnis are very important for any yaga. Without these three Agnis, no yaga can take place. That is a rule. That is why Agnihotra, if you want to be an Agnihotri, you have to be an Ahita Agni. For Ahita Agni, why you want to be Ahita Agni? So these three Agnis you can attain. Without these three Agnis, you cannot perform. And these three Agnis are very glorified a lot in the Vedas, Puranas, Itihasas. That is why we are like these three Agnis. त्रिभिरासादितः अस्माभिः विजने च नराधिपः न सन्देहो यथा युद्धम् एकेनाप्युपयास्यति अवमानाच्च लोभाच्च बाहुवीर्याच्च दर्पितः भीमसेनेन युद्धाय ध्रुवम् अपि उपास्यति. That is, when he is alone, we will go to him somehow and we will call him or we will invite him for a duel, proper duel. And see, Jarasandha's weakness. See, he might be bad, but this weakness also at sometimes becomes his Swabhimana. Duryodhana didn't have any such Swabhimana. That is why Duryodhana is even more lower to Jarasandha. That is what is it? Avamanacha. If he says, I won't fight with you, that is an insult to him. That, oh, I didn't fight with him. People will think that because I was afraid of them, that is why I didn't choose to fight. So, Avamanacha. Lobhacha. That is, looking at Bhima's body, he will think this guy is a very strong person. So fighting with him will give me also the kirti, yasha. So because of the yasha lobhacha, bahuviryacha darpita. Physically, Jarasandha is very strong. That is why because of his darpa and his physical strength, he will accept it. And he will choose Bhima only. This is Krishna's, already he makes the decision. This is what will happen. Then Yudhishthira also he accepts. Here we see Yudhishthira's dialogues also it comes. There, if you look at the 16th verse, it is a good verse. Supranito balaugho hi kurute karyamuttamam adham andham, sorry, andham balan jadam prahuhu pranetavyam vichakshanehi. That is, an army which has a very intelligent commander, that army only will always be gaining victory. But if an army is strong and the commander is blind and is very blind here means Pragya Chakshu is not there, then it is like the entire army itself is blind and it is Achetana, Jada, it has no life, it gets destroyed. That is why Niti is very important and that Niti is there in Krishna. And very certain, very good dialogues are there, like the 14th shloka, if you say, Nashaurina vina partho, Nashaurif pandavam vina, Najeyo styana yor loke, Krishna yor iti me matihi. That is, there is no Arjuna without Krishna and there is no Krishna without Arjuna. They are always together. And as long as these two are there together, that is on Na Ajayaha Astyanayoho Loke. There is nobody in this entire world who can defeat these two Krishnas because Arjuna's name is also Krishna. Krishna's name is also Krishna. Meaning difference is there. Krishna is called Krishna because it's dark. Arjuna is called Krishna, where when he tells there, he has a very unique complexion. He says that is why he's known as Krishna. That means Karshayati, like that you can take as a meaning, that which attracts. That is what happens regarding Arjuna's color, how he looked. It is a very this thing because many people portray him dark, but at times when like the word Arjuna is there, word Arjuna itself means white. So he's called Arjuna. Namakarna only we won't know. He will do karmas which is very good. That is not how we do. Arjuna means he's white. So Arjuna was white in color is also we get. That is why here Krishna Yoho, both are called Krishna. That is why Krishna Yoho, as long as these two are there, nobody can defeat them. Here Dharmaraja will tell this, but such is his stupidity. Even after telling this, further when Karna's incident comes, oh, he'll say, no, no, even Krishna or Arjuna can't kill him. Such stupidity as he keeps changing his statement. One time you'll praise Arjuna and Krishna and say you are the great. Then you have to trust them. You should trust your own side. That is not there. Karna is even greater. Karna is even greater. Bhishma they defeated. Who is this Karna? Nothing. Again and again, this is here he'll praise, but again and again he will show his weakness in further Adhyāyas and all. We will see that in detail. So he tells Krishna, as long as you are there with them, I am okay. Then they plan, they arm themselves with various weapons and all, and they go to Magadha Desha. Magadha Desha, present day, it is in Bihar. That time, if you see the way the description is given, Bengal, Bihar, and certain parts of Uttar Pradesh all together we see being called as Magadha. That is the reach of Jarasandha's empire. Then Krishna, while going there, he tells Esha Partha Mahan Bhati. This is the 21st Adhyaya. Pashuman Nityamam Bruva Nityamambu sorry Nityam Ambuman Nityam Iramayha Suveshmadhyah Niveshah Magadha Shubha. Description of Magadha is that here I won't go in detail. Same normal. That is, he tells, look at here, O Arjuna, O Bhima. this kingdom all is Pashuman. Pashuman means always there's a lot of animals in this kingdom. So a lot of cattle, lot of animals are roaming. Nityam Ambuman. Always there, when you say Ambuman, it is with water, basically. Ambuhu, right? Ambuhu yasmin astiva or yatra asti, like that, something you can do. Where there is no shortage of water. So in Jarasandha's kingdom, there is no shortage of water. So you can think that he has made proper facilities for his people. Niramayaha, it is very beautiful. Niramayaha means it is free of any diseases. Sumeshadhyaha, it is very beautiful. Lot of forest, etc. Like this, lot of descriptions are given. He says a lot of rishis there who had done tapas. Here, one thing, those who keep shouting Varna, 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 they have to read this. Fifth shloka is there. Shudrayam Gautamo yatra Mahatma Samshitavratah औशिनर्यामनजयत Kakshivadyan Sutan Munihi. There was a rishi by the name of Gautama. He is a different Gautama from the Gautama who was written Nyaya Shastra, who is the one in our Ramayana. That Gautama is different. This Gautama is different. In this Ushinara place, from Shudra, he married a Shudra lady, and from then he had a son known as Kakshivan and other children. Kakshivan is a very famous rishi, Vaidika rishi itself. And that his ashrama, Gautama pranayat tasmad yathasau tatra sadmani bhajate magadhaum vamsham sanripanam anugrahat. By the grace of Jarasandha, he has an ashrama there and he's staying happily. So he gives a good description of Magadha. Here, that is why about the shloka is they keep telling, no, Varna Sankara, those days were not there. Here, Mahabrahmana, like Gautama, has a child called Kakshivan, who's a very great rishi himself from a Shudra lady. Again, if you look at per book, by the book, if you go, Kakshivan is supposed to be Parishrava, like Vyasa. They don't have Adhikara for Vedas, they're supposed to be exiled. But we see, book says one thing, practicality is another. Dharma Shastras at many places is outdated. This is something we have to accept. Dharma Shastras at many places is outdated, and many places it is very, very misogynistic also. This is something we have to correct, and that correction has taken place. Like Manu keeps giving us the, he has given the power to us to correct laws which don't work out as per time. Like at one place, it will tell women are like property, you can do anything you want. If this and all nowadays, also, if you say Dharma Shastras only, we will follow. Some people say instead of our constitution, Dharma Shastra should be implied. Which woman will like any Dharma Shastra saying this? Nobody will like. More than women, men also will not like. You can't wear this dress, that dress. You're not supposed to wear a watch which is made of leather or metal, because you're not supposed to wear any other metal on your body other than gold or silver. Like these rules and all, Dharma Shastras will tell. Nobody can follow it. That is why here these shlokas and it shows Dharma Shastra might tell one thing, but those rules and all are not always followed, not necessarily they are for Dharma. It is a societal convention of those times. That's all. Because Manu Smriti at many places shows Varna is not by birth. Many places it is. Some places we feel that Varna is by birth. But here, when Yudhishthira in the Ajagara Parva, when he speaks, he will make it very clear Varna is only by Guna. Like these things we get. So we have to stick to those. By the book, if you go as per Dharma Shastras, Dharma Shastra also has a lot of mistakes and people will not like it. That person should be treated like this, he should not be touched. Like these things and all is there. You cannot follow it. Like for consumption of alcohol, a Brahmana consumes an alcohol, you have to burn him alive. If you do that now, God, we have to burn more than half of the Brahmanas. Many Brahmanas drink nowadays. We can't perform these things and all. We have to know where these laws work, what is the intention of these words, and we have to not take it literally. And here a lot of description of Magadha Desha comes. Here, one thing that stands out is that is in Bharata Manjari also Kshemendra mentions 16 shloka. Yatra mamsadam rishabhama bृहद्रथः तम हत्वा मासतालभिस्तिस्रः भेरी भेरी Bherira Karayat. This I think is not there in critical edition. I mean, checked it is not there. That Bherira Karayat and all is not there properly. That even the next word Swapure Sthapayamasa Tena Chanahya Charmana Yatrata Pranadan Bheryo Divya Pushpava Churnitaha. There was an Asura or a Rakshasa. Name is not given here properly. Rishabha only is there. But there are other Rakshasas by the name Rishabha. So which Rishabha this is, we don't know. But Jarasandha's father killed this Rakshasa by the name of Rishabha. Why that name Rishabha is there? There in this Gita Press they put in bracket Rishabha Rupadhari. But nothing to suggest it. One Rakshasa was there. He killed that Rakshasa. From his skin, he made a war drum. We know the war drum, the what you say. It has that the tops material where you hit and create the sound. It is normally made of animal skin. So he made the skin out of this Rakshasa's skin, the top part. I don't know the technical term there, so you have to forgive me. It is kept on a mountain, and if you what is use this war drum, it starts raining flowers like this. Description is given. Here, Krishna and see, Krishna and Bhima Arjuna, when they come, grand entry. Bhantva Bheri Trayam Tepi. He made three bheris out of this Rakshasa's skin. They broke all the three bheris by their strength. That is, when they hit it with that instrument, it tore off. That is their strength. And huge sound it creates. Varatobhimukhas sarve yayurnana yudhastada. Magadhanam surichiram chaityekancha samadravan shirasiva samadhyananto jarasandhan jigam savaha. They destroyed those three bheris and they entered Magadha. They entered as though they're going to kill Jarasandha. They as though kicking his head. They have entered like that. It comes. Siram suvipulam shringam sumahat tat puratanam architam gandhamalyascha satatam supratishtitam. There was a mountain peak which they kept worshipping. That mountain peak was crushed and reduced to the what you say rumbles by the touch of Krishna, Bhima, and Arjuna's shoulders. Like these descriptions we get. A lot of alaukika is there, but it is there. Looking at these apashakunas, that is bad omens, Jarasandha's Brahmana, they start doing puja. They tell him there is bad omens. You have to be careful, etc., etc., etc. Is there? Then Krishna and all, they keep their weapons aside because Krishna told it should be Magayuddha. And they dress themselves as Brahmana. 24th shloka. Snataka vrataniste tu bahushastra nirayudha yujutsavaha pravivishuhu jarasandhena bharata. Snataka Brahmana, they dress like Snataka Brahmana. Snataka Brahmana means the one who have just finished their Vedadhyana and finished their time in Gurukula. Those Snataka Brahmanas like that, they dressed and they came to Jarasandha's place. Their physical description is given. Niraga Vasana Sarves Srigbanoho Srigbanaha Mushti Kundalaha. They wore colorful dresses. They had very good and shiny earrings, etc. Like these descriptions are given, and they entered Jarasandha's palace. Looking at them, only Jarasandha gets a doubt. Jarasandha is also a very strong warrior, so warriors can make out other warriors very easily. And the two Bhimasena is extremely tall. That is why in the 29th shloka is that Tandrishtva Dviradaprakhyan Shalaskandhanivodgatan Vyudhoraskan Magadhanam Vismayas Samapadyata. He became shocked to see their body, especially Bhima. But since they have dressed as Brahmana, he gives them Madhuparka, Padya, Arghya, all these things were given during those days. That Samana, it was Tan Padya Madhuparkarhan, Gavarhan Satkritam Gatan, Pratyuthaya Jarasandhaha, Upatasthe Yathavidi. He gives them Madhuparka. Here, Gavarhan is given. Normally, what happens in Madhuparka ritual, the cow is killed. Optionally, there's a rite where Govadha is done there, and that flesh is to be eaten like this in Ashvaina, Apastamba, Ityadi, Yaga Karma or Vaidika Karma, Govadha can be done is given there. Is it taken in that way, or Ashwina gives an option that go Vadha, instead of doing go Vadha, you can just give it to the Brahmana. If he wishes for that Vadha to take place, then only you should kill the cow. Like this Vidhana is there in Ashwina Ityadi, Grihya Sutras, it is given there. You don't need to be shocked. Mahabharata and ancient times in all, cows were killed in yagas. That is something we have to accept. Outside the yagas, pashus are not supposed to be killed, we say. But later that also changed. Like in Shanti Parva, you read Bhishma condemns even Vaidika karmas which have Pashu Yaga. He says, you instead of doing Pashu Yaga, you should substitute it with the Pishta. Like this, we get. Then in Brahmasutra Bhashya of Shripati and all, he quotes Shatatapasprati, which says that only those who have actual Manta Siddhi, only they are supposed to do Pashu Yagas with the actual animal. Rest everybody should do Pishta Pashu, like these things. Smriti Vakyas we get. But those Smritis are lost, so we can't validate whether the quotations are correct or not. But since it is quoted by Shripati, even Vidyaranya Swami quotes certain parts of Shatatapasmriti, and those parts are not available in the current Shatatapasmriti. So we can accept it. But like this Govadha and all used to take place. Like in Ashwamedha, horse was killed, that flesh has to be cooked and consumed. These things were there during that time. So, like that proper vidhi he gives, he welcomes these two. That time, Krishna, he turns to Jarasandha and he says, वक्तुम नायाति राजेंद्र एतयोर नियमास्थयोः अर्वांग निशीथात् परतस्त्वया सार्धम वदिष्यतः. These two, Bhima and Arjuna, they have taken vrata to not speak. That is why they won't ask anything from you now. Instead, we will come at midnight and we will ask you what we want. We have to think why midnight he has chosen is because that time Jarasandha will be alone. Here, if he asks, his ministers and all might try to stop him. But when he is alone in Ekanta, and that time they command us, nobody is there to consult him also, to tell him that don't do this. Krishna's strategy is very, very good here. Then he tells, okay, and he gives them a place in Yagashala. Yajnagare sthapayitva Raja Raja Grihangataha. In that Yagashala of Jarasandha, he made vyavastha, he made certain arrangements and they stayed there. Midnight they come to Jarasandha's place. Here, these things of Jarasandha are good. That he is good to his Brahmanas, he is good to his own people, he is only bad to other one. Horrible one. Similar to Ravana to some extent. That is why Jarasandha Ravana, they're above Karna and Duryodhana, because Karna Duryodhana didn't do good to their own people, nor they did good to others. Jarasandha, at least when we see the description of Magadha given in Mahabharata, he made a Magadha very rich. A lot of what you say natural resources were used properly, they were maintained, animals were maintained, everything was there. Only thing was he was bad to others. Same thing with Ravana. Lanka Rakshasas loved Ravana. He had internal defenses, external defenses, a lot of money, no poor people there, everybody very knowledgeable, everybody drinking, eating various exotic meat, everybody is enjoying exotic drinks and exotic flesh, everybody is happy in Lanka. Only thing is, outside Lanka, everybody is suffering because of him. Be it humans, animals, devatas, yaksha, gandharva, rakshasas, everybody. That is, rakshasas against him also are suffering. Asuras also are suffering. He doesn't spare anybody. That way, Jarasandha and Ravana are same. But at least they did good to their own people. That is why here when Jarasandha dies, nobody cries. That is there. But when Ravana dies, his own people, they shed tears. That description is given in Valmiki Ramayana. That people of Lanka were extremely sad and Rama came to respect Ravana. That is a very great thing. When Duryodhana Karna died, not other the Duryodhana's wife is also not mentioned to here properly. But other than their father, their wife, nobody cried. Not a single ordinary citizen shed tears for these two people. They didn't do anything for their kingdom. But that way we can see Jarasandha is good. He might have a lot of doshas, but for his people, he was good. That is also one way. Oh, it is bad. At least some good quality is there. So when these Brahmanas come, even though it is midnight, he gets up and he welcomes them. That time Krishna, he gives blessing to them. Then he tells them, you please sit. Then he talks the following, which is these dialogues are very nice. Tanuvacha Jarasandha, there is the 42nd shloka. Satyasandho Naradhipaha विगर्हमाणः कौरव्य वेषग्रहण वैकृतान् न स्नातकृता विप्रा बहिर्माल्यानु लेपनाः भवन्तीति नृलोकेऽस्मिन् विदितं मम सर्वशः केयूयं पुष्पवन्तश्च भुज्येर्जाकृतलक्षणैः. See, Vyasa, how he has uh, noticed that what when you use bow and arrow, what are the repercussions which happen to the body, etc. This that Bhujair Krita Lakshana, very nice. So he says, you people don't look like Snataka Brahmanas. This is first thing he says. You are first, what to say? Yeah, yeah. Even though you have worn Pushpa, if you say Snataka, how it is, I had made a very old session. I had talked about the Shodasa Samskaras. In that 16 Samskaras, I had talked about this Snataka Vrata that Brahmana Kshatriya, they hold a danda, they wear Pushpamala, then they wear Lepana. Lepana, it can be Chandana, Kunkuma, Bhasma, ityadi, says Gargyanarayana. Ashlana doesn't tell, he just says Lepana there. There in that this thing also we have that women also you wear lepana. There it is their brahmanosya mukhamasit. So for them on their forehead they should first wear the lepana. Kshatriyas on their hands first they should wear the lepana. Vaishya on their thighs. Women who have done samavartana should wear the lepana on their genitals first. That is what it is given. That means in Gurukula, women also used to study Vedas. This is what we get during Ashwana's time. And when Samavartana is there, that means those days Yajnopavita Samskara is there. Because Samavartana cannot happen without Yajnopavita. Like in Mahabharata's time, Yajnopavita for women we don't see, but Vedadhyayana we see. Like now, like how Chalakara brothers do without women having Yajnopavita also, they teach. Same thing in Mahabharata time, we don't see Yajnopavita directly mentioned for women in the Dwapar age, but they used to study Vedas, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Brahmana ones. But in Ramayana time, if we go a bit back, there we see Sita, Kausalya and all, they have indirect mention of wearing Yajnopavita. Sita has a direct mention. There are Sampradayika people, they twist it and they try to give a different meaning, traditionalists also. But there is a reference for her wearing Yajnopavita when Indrajit cuts her and her doing Sandhya Vandana. This all thing is mentioned very clearly in Sundarakandam. Kausalya doing Agnihotra, Agnikarya, etc. Savitri, here only Savitri Upakhyana, which is in Satyayuga, which takes place there when we see Savitri and all is seen to do Agnikarya, etc. So that means Satya Yuga, Tirtha Yuga, we can say that this Yajnopita Samskara was there. We have that famous Yamasmriti Vakya also, Pura Kalpetu Narinam, Monji Mekhala Mishyate. Then Savitri Diksha, that is the Gayatri Mantra also started them. Yamasmriti says that. Those time it was there. While it came probably to Dwapara, Upanayana Maunji Samskara went, but the Adhyana was there. In Kali Yuga also, we see initially it be there. Like Kalidasa mentions Parvani, describes Parvati, he says she is wearing Maunji, Upavita, like these things we see. Old poets, they mention this. After their period, probably, like if you look at the essential Sanatana Dharma of R. Ganesh, there he says, women started losing their proper rights in the ritualistic plane, in the place, after Buddhas and Bauddhika things came to India. After Bauddha Sampradaya only, women started to lose their rights within Hinduism and India also. Like this, very nicely they've explained there. Here I bought that this thing because here Samavartana, you don't look like it. Lepana and all, even though you're wearing, it is not there. So when Lepana has come, I took that incident from Ashvana Grishya Sutra. And he tells, though you're wearing all this, I can notice the marks on your, what to say, arms, which is caused by the bowstring. So normally what happens when you hold the bow here and Akarna, when you shoot it, what happens? Sometimes the bowstring, it ruptures the arm. It ruptures this entire part. If you go in net and look at if you just type injuries by bowstrings, caused by bowstrings, some and all will be good, minor, like if you have a minor poundage and all. But if you're like war bows, if you take, the poundage goes up to 150 pound LBs to, I think, 200, 300, whatever you can take. In the Mahabharata time, if you take, they're more strong, more. There, when the rupture happens, it will just remove the skin, rupture the entire skin, it will bleed. It's extremely painful. Anybody who has used the higher poundage bows and has experienced this, they know what it is. So he's saying, Marks, wound marks from your bow is there. That is why you don't look like Brahmanas. This small details Vyasa keeps mentioning to show that they're Kshatriyas. Bibratah Kshatramojaschа Brahmanyam Pratijanatha. One question can be there. Dronacharya is there. No, he also taught archery, but Dronacharya will not practice every day. Kshatriyas are to be practicing every day, says Dhanurveda. 200 arrows they have to shoot every day. It is a very difficult thing. It says 100, 50, 100, 200, 300. 300 is the best for having more strength and more experience. A Kshatriya should shoot 300 arrows every day, it will tell. 300 arrows, if you shoot every day, that rupture only will happen. There is no other option there. And unlike now, where you get protection gears and all in archery, there is a very foam type protection they put, claw type protection they put. So the string doesn't hurt at all. Those days and all, it was very difficult to make those, very expensive. So this rupture and all is common for those days. Then he tells you don't look like Brahmana at all. If I see you, your aura is like that of Kshatriyas. So tell me truthfully, who are you? Because I saw yesterday you broke the mountain tip. You even destroyed my three bheris which we have. So tell me truly who you people are. The time Krishna says, Snatakan Brahmanan Rajan Vidyams sorry, विध्यस्मान् त्वन्नराधिपः स्नातकव्रतिनो राजन् ब्राह्मणाः क्षत्रिया विशः. Vishaha means Vaishyaha. Why are you having this question? Snatakas can be either Brahmana or we are actually Snataka Brahmanas only, but anybody can be Snataka. It can be a Vaishya, it can be a Brahman, it can be Kshatriya. Well, there you should not have any what is the problem there? Why you should know who we are. Because he keeps going. These and all. Then he says Brahmanas always speak very boldly. They don't mince their words. But Kshatriyas, since their Bahubala is more, but while speaking, they're very mrudu. Like this, it is there. Even in Dharmashastras, it is there. Brahmana is soft in his achara, but in his words is very karkasha. He is very straight. He doesn't mince his word. Kshatriya is very soft in his words, but in his actions is very karkasha. That is very rough. These things we get. Then he asks, we want to fight you. We can't take your Atithi Satkara because we are your enemies. Karyavanto Grihan Etya Shatruto Narhanam Vayam Pratigrinhami Tadvidhi Etan na Shashvatam Vratam. So we cannot take your what you say Atithi Satkara because we are your enemies here. Then Jarasandha he ponders. नस्मरामि कदा वैरं कृतं युष्माभिः इति उत चिन्तयंश्च न पश्यामि भवतां प्रति वै कृतम्. I don't remember any time doing any aparadha against you, especially Brahmanas. Why do you have enmity against me? Here now he starts praising himself. I am a very great Dharmatma. Kshatriyas Dharma is this. Krishna tears his argument from the seventh shloka. He says, वैकृते वासति कथम मन्यध्वं मामनागसम हरिं वै ब्रूतते विप्रा सतां समय एष हि. Why are you having enmity towards me? I am innocent. अधधर्मोपघाताद्धि मनस्समुपत मनस्समु समुपतप्यते समुपतपि समुपतप्यते. It is the correct one only, but यः नागसि प्रसजति क्षत्रियो हि न संशयः अतोऽन्यथा चरल्लोके धर्मज्ञः सन् महारथः रुजिनां गतिमाप्नोति श्रेयोपि उपहन्ति च. Kshatriyas always are in their dharma. Kshatriyas should follow their dharma. Those who don't follow dharma, they get papa, they get destroyed. Trailoke kshatra dharmo hi shriyan vai sadhucharinam. Tanyam dharmam prashamsanti yecha dharma vido janaha. Those who know dharma praise the kshatra dharma a lot. And I have never gone against kshatra dharma. तस्य मेद्य स्थितस्येहं स्वधर्मे नित्यमात्मनः अनागसं प्रजानाञ्च प्रमादादिव Jalpatha. I am always following my Swadharma. I am helping my people. So why are you having enmity with me? Such a stupid logic. Swadharma. Kshatriyas are not supposed to do, first of all, bully of any other people. They're not supposed to forcefully uh, tie people, bring them back, and treat them as slaves. These are not allowed for Kshatriyas. But this is what he says: I am doing my Swadharma properly. Then Krishna nicely he gives 8th shloka. Tvaya chopahृता राजन् क्षत्रिया लोकवासिनः तदागः क्रूरम् उत्पाद्य मन्यसे किम अनागसम. You are capturing people who are innocent kings, or capturing them and very cruelly, or drag them here and you uh, imprison them, and you call yourself innocent. Raja Rajyah Katam Sadhun Kimsyan Drupati Sattama Tadragya Sannigrahyatvam Rudrayopa Jihir Shasi. By killing these other kings who are very good kings, and tying them here and killing them in future. You want to give them to Lord Shiva as offering. Asmans tadeno gacchedi kritam barhadrathatvaya vayam hi shakta dharmasya rakshane dharmacharinaha. You are doing papa karma here, and we are capable of protecting dharma. That is why we have come to protect here. Krishna tells him. Manushyanam samalambho nacha drishtah kadachana sa katham manushayir devai yashtu mitchasi shankaram. In Vedas, there is no Vidhivakya or nowhere else it is seen in any yaga that actually human is given as an offering in the yaga. Alambha means offering. Lakshanaya alambha means vadha, killing. That is why when we see Agnisho Miyam Pashumala Bheta, means if you take literal meaning, offer the what is a Pashu, that is the goat, to Agnishoma Devata. That means you have to just offer them and you can leave it. But there, Mimamsaka says Alabheta means killing it and removing its 11 organs and offering it in the Agni. That is what Alabheta means. So you are killing these humans for Yaga, but in Yaga, Manushya is completely Nishiddha. In Aitareya Brahmana, there is a story. It comes that Yajnavapa, it tried to hide. It ran from the yaga. It first went inside a human. Devatas tried to offer this human as a pashu. Then it runs from the human. It goes to another animal, etc., etc. Finally, it goes in the rice and it stays in the rice. That is why Puroda Asha, that is the idli type offering made from the rice or wheat. If you come to Shatapatha Brahmana, this is the best offering. Rest everything which is rejected by the Vapa, that is the Yajna Medha, should not be offered in the yaga. There only it says Pashu yaga also should not offer Pashu, like this it comes. That is why in certain Brahmasutra Bhasha and all, like Shripati and all, he quotes this Aitareya Brahmana Upakhyan and says Pishta Pashu only is Shrestha than actual Pashu. Like these things are given there. Then also this Sakatham Manushayir Devam Yashtumichasi Shankaram. When you're doing such an Avaidika Karya, you want to give this to the Shankara. That name, see, you can use Shankaram, you can use other name also. Why Shankaram is Shankarotiti Shankaraha, the one who is auspicious. For such an auspicious God, you're doing such a horrible and such a nicha karya to please such a Kalyana, that is such an auspicious God, that he scolds him. Basically, he's trying to say you don't have any proper bhakti towards Shiva also. Savarno hi savarnanam pasusanyam karishyasi konya evam yatha hitvam jarasandham vrathamatihi. Your own people there, your own jati, your own varna, them only you are treating like pashus, sprinkling water at them and offering them in this yaga. You want to offer them. What dharma are you talking about? Like this, he keeps talking here. Then he says, in the 18th verse, we can say, Swargayonir Mahad Brahma, Swargayonir Mahadyashaha, Swargayonis Tapo Yuddhe Mrityus Sovya Bicharavan. From Vedadhyana, you get Swarga. From doing Upakara to others, you get Swarga. From Tapa, one can get Sarga. But for Kshatriyas, compared to all this, dying in the battlefield itself gives the Paramaswarga. Kshatriyas also by Vedadhyana, Paropakara, that is helping others by Tapa and all can get Swarga. But among the options given for Kshatriyas, dying in the battlefield or dying in battle itself is Shrestha. That is the greatest gift for them. They get Swarga. Eshashendro Vaijayanto Gunair Nityam Samahitaha Yenasuran Parajitya Jagatpati Chatakratuhu. If a Kshatriya dies in battlefield, he gets a special place in Indraloka known as Vaijayanta. Vaijayanta is a palace in Svargaloka, more you can say like a VIP treatment in Svargaloka. So those Kshatriyas who die in the battlefield, they get this Vaijayanta palace when they go to Swarga, not like the other people. That's why you fight with us. You fight, you die and get Swarga. Don't talk about Dharma here because you're not following Dharma at all. Krishna nicely gives the reply. We will break your ego like this, he says. Dambod bhavah kartivirya uttarascha brahadratha shreyaso shyavamanyeha vineshuhu sabalan nripaha. Dambodhava is a king. Kartivirya, we know Kartivirya Arjuna. Then Brihadratha, yeah, Brihadratha, I don't know which Brihadratha Krishna is talking about. That we have to check. And he says, these kings, because of their Abhimana, they got killed. Dambodhava, if you take for an example, just 1 second. Second. I don't think these verses are there. In the critical edition, I want to just check if these verses are there. It is there, but there also in the notes they have not given which Dambodhava is, sorry, which Brihadratha is being talked here. Okay. So he says Dambodhava. Dambodhava was killed by Naranarayana. That is the previous birth of Krishna and Arjuna when they were in Naranarayana. Dambodhava was a very powerful Kshatriya king. He was being killed. He was killed by Naranarayana in there. Kartivirya, by his mother ego, he killed Jamadagni. Then, sorry, he didn't kill Jamadagni. He stole the cow. Parshrama killed Kartivirya. Then his children killed Jamadagni. Then he killed his children, and 21 times he wipes away Kshatriyas. This way, Kartivirya's pride. Then Brihadratha, here I don't know. Who Uttara, which Uttara also we don't know. In Purana, some Brihadratha, Uttara should be there. But the reference in critical edition, normally in their footnotes, they say which Brihadratha or Uttara will be here. They are also unable to find it. So probably that time, Loka Rudhi would have been there. Because of their ego and their, what to say, arrogance, they destroyed themselves and their entire army. So like that, you also will be punished. And spare your army. If you want to spare your army, fight with us like that. He says, why? Because of your mistake, your army should be killed. This when Krishna says, then he tells, who am I? Yukshamanas pattatto hinavayam brahmana dhruvam shaurirasmi hrishikesho nrviro pandava vimau anayor matuleyancha krishnam mam vidhite rutum. Yes, we are not brahmanas. I am Sakshat Krishna himself, son of Vasudeva. Then these two are Pandavas, Bhima and Arjuna. We have come here to fight you. Then Jarāsandha, he says, it is Kshatra Dharma. Those who get defeated can be treated however they want. This is his nonsense logic he gives. In the 20th, he says, Kshatriyasya etad eva ahuhu dharmyam Krishnopajīvanam vikramya vashamaniya kamato yat samacharet. After winning your enemies, whatever you desire, you can do with them. You can, what you say, capture them, treat them as slaves, whatever you want, you can do. No Dharma Shastra allows this. Manu Dharma Shastra is very clear. After defeating your enemies, whoever is he, you should treat him like your own children. Manu is very clear. Dharurveda is also very clear. This guy is making his own Kshatriya Dharma rules. Whatever we want, we can do. That is this, might is right. That is what his logic is. This is what Islam also is an extreme form of this. We will win over our enemies. We will do anything we want with them. We will kill all the men. We will rape all the women. It is our wish because we have won over the enemies. The same logic is this. Same shloka, if a Muslim person take, he can do one kutarka there. That is why Krishna, he does khandana of this in the previous shlokas. Very nicely, he does khandana of all these things. I follow Kshatra Dharma, that is why I am correct. Now you fight with me. I am not afraid. This guy, he will tell Krishna. Then after this, Jarasandha's one backstory comes, Krishna's backstory comes, all are nonsense here. Because this comes in the southern edition, many things in the southern edition don't make sense. It just pulls the Adhyaya, not needed. Those who are interested, they can read. We started late, so I'll be extending. I'll be finishing the Jarāsandhavadha Parva and Digvijay. Digvijay, I'm skipping, only telling the important parts because other than geography, we don't have anything, so that we won't be looking into detail. Then Krishna says, Trayanam, that is the next Adhyaya, 23rd Adhyaya. Second shloka. Trayanam kena te rajan yodum utsahate manaha asmadanyata meneha sajji bhavatu ko yudhi. Choose any one from us and fight. Whomever you choose, they will fight with you. So whom you choose, he tells. This again shows that he was confident that any of us three can kill Jarasandha. He knew Jarasandha will choose what you say, Bhima, but still he had the confidence that either of the three could defeat him. And this we see later. I'll keep extending this in detail when Kirata Parva also of Arjuna comes, why he's strengthened. We'll get to know that. Why Krishna chosen. Then see, here Jarasandha, he had self-pride, we see. This Duryodhana didn't even have this self-pride also. Uvachamati man raja bhimam bhima parakramaha. Bhima yotse tvaya sardham shreyasa nirjitam varam. This is a very nice attitude. I'll choose Bhima because even if I get defeated by such a great warrior, I will get yasha, that I was defeated by such a great person, so I will choose Bhima. Krishna, he had upeksha of Krishna, that you are son of a coward, you are not even a proper kshatriya. Many places we see Krishna gets abused very much, especially Duryodhana, your Kamsadasa's son, your this, that they keep abusing him. Nothing he puts to his ears. So he had upeksha of Krishna. Arjuna probably physics he didn't find that much because Jarasandha also is very hatta tall. Bhimasena is very well known for his strength. That is why he chooses Bhimasena. And he says, see, that attitude is good. That is, Tvaya sardham shreyasa nirjitam varam. If I defeat you, I get kirti. Even if I lose by your hands, it gives me only kirti. That's why I will choose you only. This attitude of Jarasandha makes him higher than Duryodhana. Then, as we know, their battle goes on. There, when did it start? 29 shlokas says, Kartikasya tu masasya pravrittam prathame hani. On the morning of Kartika Masa, the first day it started and goes on for Trayodashi. So, 14 days in total. This Malayuddha extends. This thing is there in the critical edition also, as far as what I have seen. I could be wrong also. But this 14 days, many later poets also have used this. So, all this is there. Finally, what happens? Jarasandha gets tired. He starts to get tired. Then Bhima, he presses him down. That time Krishna stops him. Klantav shatrurna kaunteya labhyaf pidayitum rane. Kaunteya labhyaf pidayit kaunteya. Pidyamano hi kartsnyeya jahya jivita matmanaha. You should not pin him down. Fight with him properly. You should fight him in equal. Don't pin him down and kill him. You want to kill him properly. That is what basically it tells in the next shlokas. The next adhyaya it is there. When he tells that I have not described their yuddha, too much description is given there of how the physical fight is there going on. Anybody interested from 9 to 28 shlokas, they can read it. Samskrita is also not difficult. Translation also is proper there, so they can read it. Nothing much for our Mahabharata, it helps. Listening to Krishna's word, Bhima, what he does, he takes Jarasandha, he flips him, he turns him like this, and he hits him on the ground, breaking his bone. Brahmayitva Shadagunam Janubhyam Ratarshaba Babanja Prishtam Sankshipya Nishpishya Vinanadacha. He breaks his back into two. Then in the critical edition, the shloka is another, which is there in the Gita. Kare Grihitva Charanam Dvedha Chakra Mahabalaha. He tears him into half. In critical edition, this is also not there. His back is broken into two. He dies in an instant. Then he takes the dead body and he throws it in the palace entrance, and they ascend Jarasandha's Divya Ratha and they go around Magadha. Like this, it comes. In the non-critical edition, this is actually famous in the southern edition only. Now it has become famous in north. In the southern edition, that shloka you can see, Tatastu Bhagavan Krishna Jarasandha Jigamsaya Bhimasenam Samalokya Nalan Jagraha Panina Vida Chicheda Vai Tattu Jarasandha Vadhan Prati. He first takes a stick, tears it into two and throws it in the same direction. Bhima tears Jarasandha and he does that, but Jarasandha again he gets fixed back. Punasandhaya Tutata Jarasandha Pratavapavan. So he again fixes. Then again Krishna takes another stick. He cuts it into two and he throws it in the opposite direction. Bhima does that, and then Jarasandha doesn't, what you say, get revived again. Then he crushes the entire body is given here. But this entire incident is there only in the southern edition. If you look at Kshemendra's Bharata Manjari also, where the entire Mahabharata is done in Sankshipt version, he only mentions the breaking of Jarasandha's back. That is, if you look at his Bharata Manjari, here, if you look at here, Bharata Manjari, ततस्त्यज्याय तं भीमो व्यसुं भूमि भृतांबरं विदीर्ण विदीर्ण कटकं भिन्नं वज्रेणेव समाहतम्. He breaks his back into two is what Bharata Manjarikara Kshemendra, very old and very authentic author, has given. Critical edition also doesn't have this. It is only in southern edition, and in southern poets, everybody they have used this only. I asked Ganesh, he told in Vyasabha, that is Kumara Vyasa, Pampa, all these people have used this tearing of Jarasandha into two, and Krishna showing it through the stick and all, it is there. And now it has become Loka Rudhi. TV serials also it is there. Like if you take old as B.R. Chopra Mahabharata, since they have mainly taken Gita Press, they use the southern edition, mentioned the Gita Press. Even the Star Press Mahabharata also, it has shown the Jarasandha thing. It is our wish because since it has been used so much, it could be accepted as true. But if more realistic means the critical edition one, which is more realistic, that he breaks his back into two and he dies in an instant. If you believe in Alaukika, this is also there. But that reviving of Jarasandha and all is not there in the critical edition. This is only in the southern edition. Northern manuscripts also don't have it. Then after that, a lot of description is given. They use Jarasandha's divine chariot and they roam around Magadha. There it says this chariot, two Maharathis can sit and fight at the same time. It is such a big chariot, very strong chariot like this and all. It is given Krishna is the one who holds the reins and takes them for a tour. It is known as Saudaryavan. The chariot's name is Saudaryavan. After this incident, it is no way used again. I think probably Dharmaraja would have sold this also shamelessly to Shakuni when he says, I will bet you my chariots, etc. Then like this, they keep roaming around. People and all, they are very shocked to see what happened to Jarasandha. The Brahmanas from there, they come, they do puja for Krishna, etc. Then the king who were freed, they tell in the 23rd shloka, Naita Chitram Mahabhavo Tvayi Devaki Nandane Bhimarjuna Balo Pete Dharmasya Pratipalanam. You have protected us, you yourself are Dharma. With Bhima and Arjuna, you have come to protect us to save Dharma. Jarasandha Hrade Ghore Dukhka Pankhe Majjatam. We were afraid of Jarasandha and you have killed him, etc. Like this stuti they do. You are Vishnu, you are this, you have freed us. Nice stuti they do. They tell us, you please tell us what we can do to repay. Krishna, he'll never forget. So he'll tell. Yudhishthiro Rajasuyam Kratum Kratum Arhatumichhati 36 shloka. तस्य धर्म प्रवृत्तस्य पार्थित्वं चिकीर्षतः सर्वैर्भवद्भिर्विज्ञाय साहाय्यं क्रियतामिति. He wants to do this Rajasuya, you have to help him. All of them except. Then with that again, they ascend that Ratha, they go to the palace where Sahadeva is there. Sahadeva means Jarasandha's son Sahadeva. See here, Jarasandha, one interesting thing it is there. When he tells Bhima that I will fight you, what he does is, he installs his son on the throne first only. That by chance, if I get killed, you will be my Uttaradhikari. First only his Rajya Abhisheka he performs. I think it is there here. Jarasandha previous day it comes. Okay, it is there. Shloka I am unable to find here. It is there in the critical edition also. That shloka is there. So his son is crowned the king at that time. Then his son gets very afraid that what will Krishna do to him? Krishna tells, we have no enmity to you. He does Abhisheka for his son, saying, you only be the king here. Just be friendly with Pandavas. And later we know Sahadeva, he sides with the Pandavas. In the Mahabharata Yuddha, we see this. So we see the son is good. Father, unfortunately, is horrible. Like this, they win and they come back to Hastinapura. And then next Digvijaya Parva is there. Time is over. Tomorrow, this Digvijaya Parva, Rajasuya Parva, Argha Viharana Parva, this we will look tomorrow. Digvijay, like I told, 2, 3 shlokas only. I'll take one shloka from each Adhyaya. There are 6 Adhyayas. Arjuna going to north. Arjuna's we will mostly skip because nothing stands out. Bhima's thing is a bit interesting because their Karna and Bhima's fight is mentioned where Bhima completely squashes out that useless warrior who is so overrated. That is something we have to read and we have to keep in our mind. Whenever people say Karna great, washed out by Bhima himself. So these descriptions, that all Agni Deva and Nakula's fight is there. That also we'll see in it. Minor we'll see shloka. I think it is Sahadeva or Agni Deva. Sahadeva and Agni Deva. Their battle is there. These things we'll look and then we will directly go to Rajasuya Parva. There a bit of introduction to Rajasuya Yaga. Then Argha Viharana Parva. We will go there. Ojvai. Any doubt as to what we have covered today? Hello? Am I audible?
No, no doubt.
Okay. Anybody else? Do you have anything to ask what we have covered today or anything?
No.
So,
No, Mahodaya. Everything was clear.
okay. So, then we will conclude. Rajasuya. I think we should be able to complete this entire Sabha Parva also quite quicker than what I have thought. Because we have already come to Digvijaya Parva. We have finished a major part of this our Sabha Parva itself. Now, next, all other Parvas are small. Dyuta Parva, Ram say we can do Shishupala Dyuta and all very small. Shishupala Vadha, Arga Viharana, these are quite small Parvas itself. They're not very big. Dyuta Parva is bit significant. There are bit dialogues are there, but that also is quite small itself. Dialogues make it big. There, each shloka will go. Most of the adhyayas we will cover. Each shloka by shloka will go. Anudyuta also is small, and there nothing much stands out other than Pandavas going to the forest and Draupadi state. That's all. So we'll be finishing one khanda of Mahabharata when Sabha Parva is over. Then again Vana Parva, like that, Kramashah will. Then we'll conclude with our Shanti Patha. Om Richo Akshare Parameभ्यो Mane Yasmin Deva Adhivishve Nisheduhu Yastanna Vedakim Nisheduhu Yastanna Vedakim Richa Karishyati Ya Ittad Vidusta Ime Samasate Bhadranno Apivata Yamanaha Shanta Prithivi Shivamantarikshandyorno Devyabhayamno Astu Shivadishaf Pradisha Uddhisho Na Apo Vidyutaf Paripantu Sarvata Shanti Shanti Shanti. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.